ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. So, Sebastiano,
Yeah, then
do you know what we're about to do today?
well, yeah, we talked about it. So today we are going to be reviewing female rapper album or projects that have come out in 2024.
Yes,
Oh,
we are. And yes, it's been a while since y'all seen the Patchwork podcast. It's been a second. But we're back at it, you know what I'm saying? And so Sebastian, please say where they can find you. Please.
you can find me at Sebastian Minaj on all platforms. It's Sebastion Yeah,
Okay.
on
And
everything.
saying all that with the Minaj, we're not gonna go over Nicki Minaj's album because it was released last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Might do something for
but
the Little Deluxe coming out in a week, but or two
oh,
weeks.
just a week? Oh, 2 weeks. Okay.
It's coming. Yeah, she
Well,
starts her tour on the 4th next week, and then the 13th is when the Deluxe comes out.
okay. Well, these are the rappers we're going to go over. And I don't even know the name of their projects. Actually, let me look those up too.
I have the
But
names if you want 'em.
okay, so Flo Milli, what's the name of her album?
Fine Ho Stay,
And then we're going over Cupcake's album.
Dauntless Manifesto,
Then we're going over Glorilla's album.
uh, everything.
And I think some of these are mixtapes. That's why I said projects in the title. But I'm just gonna call that album because I don't feel like remembering the difference. Ice Spice,
Y2K.
Gra Poopy. And then JT.
Where's JT's at? OMG, I didn't
That's
do
City Prince.
JT's.
That's City Prince.
Yeah, City.
City Cinderella. City Cinderella.
Yeah, I forgot to
Um,
review hers, but whatever.
Megan the Stallions.
What was that? It.
Megan.
Yeah, Megan. Yeah,
And then Lotto's.
Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
Why is every time it's like a pause? It's like you know what I'm going to ask you for the names. You know I don't remember no names. Okay, but I made a tier list. So the thing is, we're gonna talk about these albums individually. We're not so much ranking them to like be like this is better than that or this is better than the other or this is a better rapper than the like we may say that, but this ranking is just more so where we would place the album at for our own enjoyment. So if we think it's a 5 out of 5, we're gonna put it in the fives. If we think it's a 4 out of 5, we're gonna put it in four. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad, it's our enjoyment of the song, of the album, of the project, of the whatever it is. Okay. So who do you want to start with? I mean, we can't start in a row of how I put them, but we don't
That's
have
fine.
to. Okay. Well, then let's start with Flo Milli's, and I re-heard hers today because it's been forever.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, this album was, and we kind of spoke a little about it before, but to me, this was like great background music, kind of like elevator music.
You put that
Um,
great in there. I did not say that. I said it was background music.
well, I meant great background music, like not that it's great music, it's just great for background music. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to play something in the background, you know, you could throw this on. Because I was doing something while listening to it. This wasn't the first time listening to it today. And it really was. It was like I liked the album way more not paying attention to it than I did when I just sat down and was trying to like listen to the album. Um, I mean, okay, so I wrote down, I didn't write down anything, but I try to write down my favorites, my positives and the negatives, the cover art, and then my final rating.
Okay, for
Um,
me, just so before you get into all that, I thought the album was just. I mean, I was doing stuff without like actively listening, but Yeah, I broke it down song by song, and I just thought it was one of the weaker of the albums or projects that came out by female rappers.
Um,
Probably not the worst, but to me, one of the weaker ones.
okay, I understand. In fact, I'm gonna separate these.
Unless you made two.
Because I don't think it was one of the weaker albums, to be honest. I don't. I do think it was background music. I don't think there was like any iconicness or anything like that to it, but I don't think it was a bad album. And I do think we have a bad album among the bunch. But
Mm.
but my favorite song was Life Hack. That was my favorite song from the album. I listened to it. I downloaded it. You know what I'm saying? So I be streaming a little music or whatever. But I think that was the only song from the album I like
Do you
put
want
on
me
my
to go
playlist.
song to song or
No, I don't. We don't. I don't want to go song for song. I just want to. If you want to talk about your favorites, talk about your favorites, and then we'll talk about the negatives of the album, and the positives, and then we could talk about the cover art, and then we can do a final rating. But I don't want to talk about every song individually.
okay?
So did you have any favorites?
Uh, um, Life Hack was cute.
Cricket, cricket, cricket. Okay.
Yeah, the end.
Okay. Any positives other than, songs like for instance, I would say the album was really cohesive.
It should
Um
have been. It sounded the same.
now personally, and let me preface for every album I'm going to say this. I prefer variety. I don't like an album to sound like one long song. I don't like that at all. Cohesiveness to me is not every song sounding the same. Um, I will say she had only a couple different sounds she was going for. Not every song sounded the same to me, but there were only a couple sounds, which is fine. But I did think the album was cohesive, and I didn't think that it was longer than it needed to be. It's 33 minutes, 14 songs. None of the songs hit past 3 minutes. So, I mean, for her, if that's the type of artist that you I don't want to say need shorter songs, but you have shorter songs, let it be that. Don't drag it on. So that was my positive. You don't have any?
Positive for the album.
That's what we're talking about.
I'm finding it.
You find it taking that long to find it.
It does.
Oh,
Um,
okay. If you can't
I,
find it, we can
yeah,
move on.
yeah, we can move on.
Okay, you had nothing positive. So what about the negatives? I'm gonna let you go first on the negatives, clearly.
I just thought everything was bland. I did. I thought the album sounded alike. There was maybe one or two songs where she actually varied from the script. I didn't think the lyricism was extraordinary in any type of way. In fact, I don't even think it hit the hit the bar. Like to me, there's a bar that you're supposed to hit, and to me, it was like a little bit under that. Um, I did like some of the beats.
Well, that
Did
was a
she do?
positive.
Did, oh, okay, okay, that's a positive. Okay, well, I did like some of the beats. I don't think she rode the beat. And I think that's the problem.
It was
For
just
real.
that one song you thought, right?
No, there were some of the songs I said, oh,
Uh,
she didn't do this well. But tell me what you want is the one we both were like, oh yeah, the beat. She just didn't do what she needed to do. But I guess a negative for Flo Millie, but a positive for Mana Leo. Never the song. I thought Mana Leo did good,
oh,
and I thought she ate Flo up lyrically. So
oh. Well, is that all you had to say about the album?
And again, I just thought it was background music. This is one of those things where I'm like, I wouldn't pay attention to who's the artist. If it played in the store, I'd be like, all right,
Okay, well,
any
child,
negatives?
I don't even want to say my negatives after that. Oh, I do. I think the bars were simple. I think the bars were simple. I think she could have pushed herself musically and lyrically.
Hmm.
It did come across a little bit average. Um, Not much growth in my opinion. It kind of got a little stagnant. Um, and those aren't even like big negatives. It just wasn't. It just wasn't that. It was just okay. And I will say for "Tell Me What You Want," she kept stopping the flow, and I'm like you need to like keep it like it was like and it's like no, you got to keep going. Like you got to like it was like riding a horse. Like you got to let the horse like keep running. It's like right when the horse picked up speed, she would stop the horse, and it's like no,
Mm-mm.
you gotta ride the horse.
Ride a white
You
horse,
got
child. You got to
you
ride the
gotta
white horse.
ride the beat, but I don't think she was getting beat up by the beat. I just wish she chose to
She
continue and
wasn't
stop
using the
pausing.
beat to its fullest.
Is yeah, that's a good yeah, that's a good way to
Mm-hmm.
put it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to talk about the cover art too. So this is like her third album or third installment of this Leave Ho, Why You Still Here Ho, Fine Ho Stay.
Ho ho ho, all that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nobody said all
She's
that.
Santa Claus.
Nobody said all that. But they're all simple cover arts. This one, it's cute. I just don't know if I would have these for albums. It kind of gives like these pictures kind of give more like mixtape, kind of something more simple. And simple cover albums or whatever, like whatever. It's like trending to be simple, but hers have always been simple and it kind of looks like a Canva project. So and I feel like it's maybe going for like an MTV look too. I don't know. It just kind of I was kind of like, we could be a little bit more creative with the cover art. I don't know if you why, why are you over there grinning? Is there
Nothing.
something you want? Is
You saying it. You
did you
saying it.
want did you want to add something?
It's fine.
It's fine. She looked
It's
cute.
yeah.
She looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than some of the others.
So what would you rate this album? Oh, you know what? I did 1 to 5, but I told myself I didn't want to do that anymore. I want to do A, B, C, whatever. I totally forgot about that. A, B, C, D, and F.
This podcast is good. Oh,
I mean, we're black. No, I'm joking. That's racist. What it, do you want 1 through 5 or you want A through F?
you can do A through F. I'm going.
Okay. So what would you rate? What would you grade this album?
um,
Not you laughing.
Truthfully,
Well, yeah, don't
okay,
lie.
I would give it a D.
Okay.
But no, well, it's like a C minus.
Okay, we'll take a C minus.
Yeah, it's like a
We'll
C
take a C
minus.
minus.
She's at the cusp of a D, but she makes it through.
Yeah, I think its consistency is what gives it a C.
Mm-hmm.
Because there weren't many highs,
There were a
and
lot of
the way
those.
the way it started, it continued. For me, there weren't a lot of lows. It just started off like the whole album just wasn't my. There weren't
Me
lows, there
neither.
weren't highs. It was there weren't highs, there weren't lows. It was just very stagnant for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we'll move on from that. So thank you, Flo Millie. I we thank you for this album. Um, So
thank you so much.
so next, why am I looking up cartoon? So next, we're gonna go over Cupcake's album.
Yes, Dauntless Manifesto.
First of all, it took forever to get this album because her first album was released in 2017 or the no 2018 was E4 Eyes and Eden, and then we got nothing until
How do
2024.
you pronounce it?
E4 Eyes.
Isn't it Euphoria? Euphoria? Euphorize? I don't know.
E, e, I don't know the way it's spelled on here. It don't look like Euphoria. It don't look like E4 Eyes. It looks like E4 Eyes. I don't know. You know, she the rapper. She should have the words down. I'm just the person.
Hmm.
But yes, Dauntless Manifesto. It took a while to get this album. People were very excited for it. She was trending with her sounds that people were using on TikTok to like change normal songs to cupcakeify them. So I'm glad she sort of capitalized on that and released more music. But I know this is more so your girl, so I'll let you say what you felt about the album
Not my
first.
girl.
It's not.
Um, my girl. I can only have one girl,
Oh my
and
god.
that is the Nicki Minaj. Um, but let's go to Cupcake. So Cupcake, like you said, we've been waiting a long time for this album. This is a quintessential Cupcake album. I think for this one, she definitely went back to her roots and did what she is known for times 10. And I think that this album, she showed a lot of diversity in her flows, in her sound, in her cadences, and really showed that even though she's not a main rap girl per se, is that she's made a lane for herself, and I really do like that. I'm gonna start this off. Just out of everyone on this list, she's the most lyrical. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can look up the little meme songs or the lines that go viral. She's the most lyrical. If you listen to this
Yeah.
album, even the crazy parts have double entendres, uh, be whacking hoes up. It's just like it is what it is. She's the most lyrical. But my favorites from the album, let's see, are Dora the Explorer, Aura, DUI, Little Red Riding Good, uh, Cody, Yan, Dementia, Backstage Passes, and Cruella. Okay, that's a lot. But yeah, I feel like those songs really um like I said, quintessential Cupcake, but I mean always bring it with the lyricism. And I'm not gonna lie, I love a funny bar. If a rapper can make me laugh, they got me. So yeah. You?
For me, I feel like a lot of female rappers these days, there's like two parts of being a rap artist. There's the rap part, which is lyrical, and then there's the artist part. They're not separate, but I'm just, breaking it down. And there's the artist part where to me it's like, okay, well, you now have to make a song. You can't just be, beating up the beat with your lyrics. Like somebody um,
They're
somebody
not
we
even on the
know.
list.
They're not even on the list, but I just thought it was funny. But yeah, they just like you don't want to beat up the song,
My
but you
God.
also,
But yeah.
but you, but you also don't want to like get drowned out and just almost kind of like be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like some of the new girls, they'll make a song and the song's entertaining, but you're also supposed to be a rapper, and the lyrical aspect of it all gets lost trying
Mm-hmm.
to be a pop artist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't think all female rappers do that, but I feel like some do, and I'm probably going to talk about a couple of them today. But I'll have to say is Dauntless Manifesto. I feel like this is Cupcake's most musical album where it's less reliant on just bars.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the bars more so fit the music. Like it was a song that was crafted rather than a beat and lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Still to say though, I kind of do want to see more growth in that aspect. Um, but I would say my favorites are uh Gremlin Niggas 2, Dora, DUI, Little Red Riding Hood, Nun Nun. There are other songs I like, but those are probably my favorite if I remember them correctly. Um, and what positives will I say about this album? Hands down, will always be the bars.
Mm-hmm.
She can rap. Even the songs I don't won't listen to again. Usually it's because they're hypersexual, which is not an issue. I just don't want to hear that. And then they play in the car, my mom in the car, and she's like, "What?" So I
Well,
just
you's
wouldn't
a
be
whole
listening
freak,
to.
y'all. So you that's saying something.
I'm not a freak, but um anyways, but yeah, the bars. She always has the bars. And another positive is that she's grown clearly because one of the things I had an issue with was her hooks. Because sometimes her hooks were very much like
She would,
repetitive.
yeah, she would be like applesauce, applesauce. I want some applesauce, applesauce. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And she does still have some of that. Like run it through the woods, run it through the woods.
Oh no, that's iconic.
Okay, but it's funny though, so it's not bad.
That's a big. I don't know.
Yes. So what are your positives?
Everything. No,
Everything.
yeah, lyrically, I feel like she does it every time. I do feel like there's growth to where, because before she said, she writes a song and then hears a beat she likes from the song and then puts it together. While this
Right.
one, I feel she said like she really crafted and took her time and really wanted to make it perfect. So I do think as a musician, as an artist, not just a rapper, she's growing. There are some tweaks that I feel like come with growth that I feel like she has not made it there yet, and that's okay. So it's like it's just growing pains. I think just not everything hit for me.
I understand that. Negatives. I would say the only real negative, because again, I don't. It's if it's hypersexual, I don't care. I just may not listen to it. I'm not calling that a negative. But the negative I will say is sometimes the music comes across like gag music. And I know people sometimes use her sounds on TikTok and stuff like that. And some of the sounds are funny, like go 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 go. Like I like that song. So I'm not really talking about that, but sometimes when you have a whole album, and sometimes there are a lot of gag lyrics and gag sounds and stuff like that, it could come across as unserious. So I kind of wish not she stray away from it because that is Cupcake, like
That
that
is
is
a
her
pick.
personality. But sometimes I do wish there was just a little bit less of it. So
Hmm.
that was my negatives.
I would have to. I would agree with you a little bit. I would agree. I would want to see what she can do if she really wanted to be commercial because she's okay with doing, what she is because she's getting money and she's all right. But I want to see if she really want to sit down and be like, I'm gonna make a commercial album that really like shows these girls what's up. I would like to see it.
Well, I don't even think it has to be before because of commercial reasons. But for me, I can't replay this album like back to back to back. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
Well, that's why
Um
commercially, there's things you would do to make it.
well, I think when you say when I hear commercial album, I think of that album specifically made to sell. And I
Okay,
don't
well, that's not what that means. Look it up.
well, what does a commercial do? Entice to buy, no?
No, a commercial is to show the product
To entice to buy.
to see if you want it,
To make you want it.
to see if you want it.
Okay, so what would you grade what would you grade her album?
Remember
What?
when? Oh, I thought you hit me. That's what you were doing. No, it's like remember
No.
the Wendy Williams meme that's going around now. The
I was like, Wendy, what are you doing?
oh well, let's
But
talk about the cover. I think she did a
oh,
great
oh,
job with the album cover. I really like it.
I think it's also giving Canva. I like it.
It
I
gave
like it. I like it.
really.
I like it.
I thought it
But it's
gave like
also
so newer version of Baps or something like that.
no, yes, it does. It does. I don't, and when I say it's giving Canva, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it looks simple.
Hmm.
And I'm not sure if there was an art direction. I just feel like it's gold,
Well, I'll say out of everyone on this list, she's the only one truly independent, so she had to use her own money.
which isn't bad. I'm not, well, even the thing is, being a cheaper product doesn't mean it's a worse product. So
Right.
I don't it this looks expensive to me. I don't know how much it costs, but it looks expensive to me. I'm not saying it looks cheap when I say it looks Canva. I'm just saying it like the background, like it almost looks like there wasn't a full artistic decision made on what you wanted
Conception.
the album to be. Now we're so annoying. What are y'all expecting of an album cover? What would be a 10 out of 10 and what makes this so Canva to you? It's I'm
Why am
saying
I
Canva.
annoying? You the one that said it.
I'm saying Canva because it makes it look. Because to me, it looks like there wasn't a full artistic direction before they started shooting, and they kind of just cleaned it up in the end. Like with this pattern, with the kisses. I don't know if they're kisses, but whatever this background she has going on, it kind of feels like it was just added at the end. Like if it was just a black background or a solid background or a gold background or whatever with the
Or
glitter or whatever,
background.
I would feel like it'd be like, okay, that's what she was going for. But it's kind of like I don't see a decisive thinking process with this cover. Like you have the fur, you have the hair, you have the gloves and the nails and the chain, and then this background. It's just kind of like a lot. I kind of like, and the thing is, I know album covers are getting simpler now, but if it's purposefully simple, then I'm fine with it. Like Flo Millie's was purposefully simple, so I'm not angry with it. It was just kind of simple. Um, and it was her third time doing it in a row, and I know it's like the trio, so I'm not mad at it. But it's like it's the third time, so I kind of wanted something a little more. But for Cupcake, she tends to do these type of covers, or maybe not. I thought she did. Yeah, she usually does kind of like face in her albums. Give me an example of a non-Canva cover. Um, I mean, most aren't. I just think those two can be a little bit. I'm like any Beyonce one. Well, not anyone. I would
Ooh.
say a simple Beyonce lemonade. Not lemonade. What's the one I'm thinking of?
Oh, so
Oh, you know
lemonade was
the
just the words lemonade on it.
no the Freedom cover art. I know it's not an album, but the Freedom cover art where it's just her leaning over with the
We talk about albums, baby. We talk about
braids.
albums.
Okay, but you can use a cover art for anything. You can use it for a single or for an
That's
album. It
true, but
doesn't
I'm just
matter.
saying we talk about albums. You could have
Well,
said
I'm
Cowboy
giving
Carter. Cowboy Carter didn't give
but
album.
I'm being specific and I'm using it for a reason, so if you be quiet. So that one's simple. It's just a picture with work with a word on it. And I'm like, you can do that on Canva, add a word, like it's not that serious. But it's not that, it's the fact that it seemed purposeful. Like they had a vision and it was executed rather than they took some pictures and they gave it to somebody and said, make an album cover. Sebastian, what about for you?
I already said mine. I said I thought it looked cute.
No, she said, what would a what would a 10 out of 10 album cover look like to you?
10 out of 10
Period,
album
period.
cover. I mean, I would 10 out of 10 album cover. I don't know, something that fits the album, but also shows a different or the artistry of the artist. expounded. Like I think the Pink Friday cover where Nikki has the doll with her leg extended, I think that's a great album cover. Um I think what's Beyonce's hold on, let me try to look it up. I don't think it's B Day. Dangerously
Oh,
in
and
Love. I think her Dangerously in Love album where she was wearing the jewels and just the doing the little hand thing. I think that's a great um album cover. Um who else? So
if I
stuff like that.
and I wanted to add because you did bring up Cowboy Carter, and that is going to be a trilogy, whatever the word is. It's going to be a trio. It's going
A
to be
trilogy?
a trilogy. Thank you. I forgot the word. Don't. Oh,
You
they
said
gonna
trilolophophophical.
roast me bad. But okay, so Flo Milli's album is a trilogy. And I feel like that's the difference because, like you said, Beyonce's trilogy matches the album, and hers is just different poses, and it all kind of looks the same. And it's almost like no growth. The same thing
I,
I felt with the album, I felt with the cover art, no growth.
I will say also, I don't know if you have her on here, Doechii.
A
Um,
trilogy.
her newest album cover is really nice too. So
We gonna talk about her.
yeah, I'm just saying.
Did I add Doechii?
I don't know. I don't see you.
I didn't add Doechii. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. But what would you
I
grade
put
it? What would you
Cupcake at a
grade it?
B,
At a B. Okay, hold
and I
on.
like to do these ratings where I can have at least a month to go back and listen to the artist because things change. Like when I first heard the Cupcakes album, I would have put her at an A.
Hmm.
But that's just because the initial like, oh, this is so good, it's so good. But going back and listen to it, it's like you can reflect and be like, oh, okay, I can see where this could have been better, this could have done, and whatever, whatever.
Okay, so same. I gave it a B minus. A
Period.
B minus. In fact, I gotta give it a C. I lied. I lied. You know what?
It's
I have to
under
be
Flo Milli.
honest. No, it's not under Flo Milli. They're both C's. Flo Milli's is a C minus, and hers is a solid C.
Then you
I'm
have to put her
not. I'm
above.
not gonna change it. They
All
both
right.
have C's at the end of the day. And my reason for that
We
is I
don't
don't.
care. No, just playing.
My reasoning for that is I don't revisit the music. I just don't. I like the album.
You only
I
revisit
like.
Beyonce.
That's
Okay,
not
I'm
true.
tripping. Go ahead. Well, oh my God.
Um,
You got mad, y'all.
he wants somebody to be mad so bad. Anyways, but yeah, I don't revisit the album. I like the music, I like the songs, but I just don't ever go back to listen to them. Like I have them in my playlist, and I know what Sebastian. But I just don't go back to it. So that's why I gave it a C.
Would you go
And
back to it more than Flo Milli's album?
I mean, if I don't go back to one and I don't go back to the other, is
You're
that
right.
more?
Let's move on. Because you always have an answer for something.
Anyways, but next is Glorilla.
Get them glow. Get them glow. Get them glow.
Oh wait, hey, oh,
Cover
rah.
them, cover them, cover them, cover them, cover them, cover them.
No, Maya, same. I'm an R&B dude. Like I like singers. Um, but so what is it called? Everything,
Everything,
everything.
everything.
Okay, there are no R's in there though. Like everything has an R, so that's why I was like everything, everything. I don't
It,
know.
I don't know. She
It
from where's she from?
the ghetto. Um. Okay. Oh, I didn't even write nothing down for Glorilla. Okay, so I just have to remember.
Because every song you said, never mind.
No, 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 no. Okay. Hi, Destiny. Um. Oh, dang, she gonna get pissed off. Destiny, leave.
Destiny stay
don't
pissed off. It don't matter.
don't stay, Destiny. So we're going over everything by Glorilla. And if this one's gonna be quick for us,
Now you
because
putting me in this.
I'm gonna just run down through. I'm not going through favorites, positive, negatives. I'm gonna just say my opinion. The opinion was the opinion. The album was, is this the album? Was entertaining for like you're at the club, but she can't rap. Or maybe she can, she just doesn't. She doesn't rap. Every line in a song was a sentence. Like, I'm gonna go to the mall. I'm gonna buy me a shirt. I'm that B. You can't touch me. Took your man. Ha ha ha. There were no bars. There were no bars anywhere on this album other than maybe a feature or two. Oh, it's a mixtape? Oh, okay. Well, on this mixtape, there were no bars at all. Why are you laughing? There
I'm
were
not
none.
laughing.
I was so disappointed because I said I didn't know she doesn't rap. I didn't know anything about Glorilla other than that one song when she's like, "You can do it. You are a boss. Stand up for yourself." I don't know what's I don't know what it's called. But she was in the car. She was like talking to herself, and I said, "Okay, I kind of like her." Then I heard this album mixtape. Who and C? I can't see. Who and C? And C is Flo Milli and Cupcake. But I don't think the album is like. I don't think the music's not appealing or entertaining. It just doesn't entertain me because I get entertained by bars and
Good
music.
rapping. Hmm.
Yeah, and this is more so like a party album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just move on.
Wait. Megan Thee Stallion 8 on Wannabe.
Is that the song? Yeah. Oh
You
no.
can get your wig turned like F here. I said,
I would have been
ooh.
just. I would have been just like Kanye with Nicki with Monster. I'd have been like, I don't know if I want this on my song because she Megan ate her up, and I would have been like, you
Yeah.
can't eat me up on my own song like that.
But
Um.
I agree with Destiny. She said Glow liked to have fun. That's why she messed with her. Clearly, this album was a bunch of fun
Yeah,
for
I will say
her.
there was one song that I did kind of favor, and it was "Finesse the Glow" featuring Finesse two times. Um, I thought that was cute.
So where am I? Let me hear you rap. You already know how I am. You already know how I get down. So for me, personally, I'm gonna give her a D. And I gave her a D because there are no bars at all. Yeah, that's all she is hype.
She a hype man. Great. Let's put mine as a D and let's move on.
Okay.
Love to see it. Thank you.
Well then we got Destiny's favorite artist. I
Well,
Spy.
Destiny, you're gonna love this. You're gonna
Yeah.
love this.
I don't know if she gonna I don't know if she gonna love it, but she surely gonna agree, even though she probably didn't even listen to the album. But Y2K, not with a bonus song. I don't even know if they had a bonus. Um, the good thing about okay, so I have one good thing to say about this album, and that's it. And then that's it's 23 minutes. Because everything else about it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. When I said Glorilla didn't have any bars, Ice Spice said, I'm gonna match that energy. She had no bars at all. She sounds stupid on the song. Sometimes I couldn't hear her. And then she be copied. I don't want to say copying, but she be inspired from Nicki Minaj through flows and lyricism, and then don't be good at either. That's confusing. And I've heard Ice Spice rap well before. And so the fact that you have 24 minutes of you not rapping well pissed me off. It didn't make any sense. It was worse than her first album.
Her mixtape.
It was worse than her first mixtape. The only one I liked was Fat Butt and Papa, and now I don't like those songs because in Fat Butt, it's not long enough. First of all, you are copying Nicki Minaj's flow, and then you say
Mhm.
they copying my flows. Girl, you just copy somebody else's flow. And then in Papa, I only liked it because she finally changed her voice, but then she followed up with Ho I'm Packing with Gunna with the same voice, and I couldn't understand her. What? What did you say?
What did you say? All right, well, you're done. All right, so let's get into the album review. If I have to give anyone props on this album, stop playing with them, Riot, because there were some good beats on this album. I could almost listen to the instrument. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Like it was so good. And then to hear her rap on the beat, I'm like, Riot, if you were smart, you would have got in Nicki's camp and left Ice Spice back in the hood. Like, why would you sit there and do that? Like, these songs had some good beats, and it's just like she did
Yeah,
not
right,
do
Abe.
anything with them at all.
But
Uh,
Butterfly Cool, and On the Radar are the songs I said, okay, she can rap. Like she's not horrible.
oh, good for you. Um,
I was answering that Maya's question.
oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't give anything. The features didn't even do well. I didn't like Travis Scott. I
I
don't even
didn't
know.
like Gunna. I did
I
not
didn't
like
like
Gunna's
Gunna. I
part.
didn't like uh
Central C.
Boy UK. I didn't like that. A peep pop boom pop peep. Put a pop boom 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 boom. Like whoa. Let's get it bing bang bang. Like whoa, sir. And then the songs, I don't know. I don't know.
No, yeah, drill has been ran through by every other artist but a New York artist. It's like leave it alone, leave it
Yeah.
alone. So
Uh
I'm just gonna put her in that for you. You already know.
yeah.
Now we can get to some good like the better music because
Who's that?
JT.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know who it was. I couldn't see it.
We're going with City Cinderella. I
Oh,
didn't
and
write anything
I
down
will
for her.
always do the disclaimer. She had the best album cover. The best.
Yeah.
That is a great
Oh,
album
we
cover.
didn't talk about Ice Spices. Ice Spices album cover and Glorilla's album cover. Next. All right. So JT.
Oh, JT had a great album.
Okay, Destiny. Period. That's fair.
Yeah. I had a let me go to her album because I actually didn't write it down. But there's a few songs that I said, "Oh wow, JT's really doing her thing." It was something different. I think it was City Girls
It was
Expounded.
something.
It was something. City Girls expounded and really worked on, but also has a JT flair to it. That was something different from other rap girls that we see today. So I really appreciated that. Um, but yeah, I like JT's album. Um, she need she need she could work on a few things. She could definitely work on the lyricism. She could definitely work on her flows and things like that. So I'm not gonna say it was perfect, but the standouts I liked was in the intro, Hope, DOD, JT Coming, and of course the singles, Sideways, Okay, No Bars. Well, No Bars is not on this one, but yeah.
Um For me, I really enjoyed this mixtape. Now, not every song I loved, but I did like the singles. But the intro I liked, Brick Talk I liked. Oh,
Featuring DJ Khaled.
oh, I like that song. Swang, I like that song. Swang is my song. I like Uncle Al and JT Coming. I like that one too. There are a couple of songs I didn't care for. The thing I would want her to improve on the most is her delivery.
Okay.
She kind of did this mixtape quickly, which is why she called it a mixtape. But the wonderful selection of beats. She can work on some flows. She can even improve on her bars. She had bars. I was very surprised. I was like, oh, JT she kind of eating. Um, but of course she could work on everything, but she should work on her delivery because sometimes it's very like talking, and I'm like, all right, but you can like like really throw it for a punch, like you could really hit us with it. But yeah, I liked a lot of songs from this album. It made me a JT fan because I wasn't much of a fan of City Girls, but I'm a JT fan definitely.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna put her at B.
um Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna put her at B. And then I'm still not a fan, but enjoy the songs. But that's okay too. That's okay. But now we're going over to Megan the Stallion. And I'm gonna just talk about cover art first because we did it last time. I liked her cover art. Now the first one she had was butt ugly, butt ugly. But the one she came up with after was cuter. I like that one. And
It
again,
was
there was like
okay.
there was a direction. There was a I see what she was going for. I'll let you talk about this album first because you probably have more of a negative look than I do about it.
Okay. Well, I thought the album was okay. Um, the biggest thing about Megan is she doesn't ever switch much up. Her flow, cadence, and tonality all can kind of be the same. And I think that's what really holds her back. And then to be honest, I do think at times her lyricism isn't as good as what people make it be. Like there's very simple bars in her stuff, and I'll be like, oh, okay, well, she said it, yeah. And it's like, okay.
I don't think
And don't get me wrong, there's times I am impressed with her. Then I'm like, okay, I did like that, I did do that. What is they talking about? Who said something about me?
I just don't think
I'll
I
punch
don't
that
think
shit
people
anyway.
go around saying Megan is like the best lyricist ever. Now I don't see that. So I wouldn't say she's overrated. I do think that she has some hits and I do think she has some misses. I will say we know this girl can rap though. Like when she be doing her freestyles, she hit every single time. Now don't find me. I'm good. I'm fresh. I'm fire. But I will preface this or my opinion by saying I've never liked a Megan album, a Megan Thee Style album. I've always liked Megan. I've
Megan Thee
always liked
Stallion.
her Megan Thee Style. I've always liked her singles. I've always listened to her albums and picked what I liked from them, but I've never enjoyed an entire project from Megan Thee Stallion, which is okay. It's just not my music. But my favorites, all of the singles, yeah, all of the singles, loved them down. His loved it. Boa loved it. Cobra loved it. What else I like? I like Miami Blue. I like Moody Girl. I like Accent, not because of Glorilla. I like Accent, and I loved Mamushi. I get money. I'm a star, star, star. Boa 8, yeah. Not people. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
so I'm not done. There are some songs that I like that I would like to give her props for. Nikki is the queen of rap. But so Hiss I thought was a good song, and I wholeheartedly believe it was a good diss. Not just to Nikki, not just to Drake. She was dissing the whole industry that was coming at her for the Tory Lanez thing or whatever. That's just a good song. She did what she had to do. She was swinging. I give her that. Um, Ataku Hot Girl. I thought the song was cute. I like the theme of it because I'm an anime fan, so I liked it. Um, but the bars to me on that one, and it really was to me the bars about anime that really was just like, oh, I wish she went harder with that. But overall, I thought the song was cool. Uh, okay, just the positives. Mamushi, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a star. Yeah, Killer Hook and the Japanese. The Japanese man carried, to be honest. But I mean, she was running. She was lead.
that's a damn lie.
Okay,
That's
well,
a lie.
that's a lot to you.
Oh, look at
Um,
her.
yeah. So yeah, I'll give her those. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, let's start from the beginning. This album should not have been called Megan, in my opinion. Looking at these songs, most of them are about sex, beefs, and a little bit of nerdy stuff. So I would have named it the Red Light District. Or right in Japan, isn't that what it is? The Red
There's a red
Light
light
District.
district everywhere, but go ahead.
But I mean, it's super popular in Japan, right?
It just means the street where they got the hose. Is that's it.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up because I feel like you're lying to me. Hold on. Red Light District, Japan. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, so I feel like she should have named it that. Um, let me see, let me see. She had some good bars. She had a lot of good bars on the disses. I noticed there were some songs where it was kind of like I'm not getting a lot of bars, but for overall on the album, I feel like I got bars, especially on the disses, and that's what the songs I really like the most. Um, the negatives, I did not like Figaro. I did not like Where Them Girls At. And she has a very specific cadence. I wish she played around with that more. And then them noises in the background. I was in my head, I was just like, it fits some songs, and some songs it just doesn't. So I wish she expanded her um artistic production sense, if that makes sense. I wish she kind of like grew that. And then I didn't like how it's like almost every song started off with a mad quick flow. Almost every song. It was like boom, boom, boom. Him and then how they talking about me and then give it again. I was like, whoa, whoa. You gotta prep me for you gotta you can't just throw that at me like that. Like it was very quick. Like, and it was like 5 songs back to back. And it was like dun dun talk about me. And I'm like, oh, okay, 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 okay. Okay. And the only other thing I'll say about that, the only thing I'll say about this album other than that is I was actually not impressed with Otaku Hot Girl. And the thing is, she's done a lot of anime bars before, and I've loved them. And then this one,
Which
I kind
one?
of felt like they were the not songs. They were hold on. Stallion freestyle. There were some freestyles. She did the one like a G6 that was Mega Monday. I like that, but it was one where she was sitting down, fire in the booth, I think, that freestyle. And she has
Hmm.
some anime ones. And I liked them, but for this one, I just felt like they were simple bars with
Almost
these
like she was
in
just naming the anime.
a little bit. And I'm like, I know she's like went further. So yeah. And I would say also, I forgot about this. That was a horrible use of Victoria Monet. A horrible use of Victoria Monet. I did not like Spin at all. It was very jarring for me. And
Hmm.
there was like an effect on Victoria Monet's voice, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
The biggest thing for
But
me about this album that's negative is I can see some of these songs on other past albums, which to me doesn't necessarily scream growth. And it's kind of like I've said before,
see, I couldn't.
she did I say you or I? But
Don't
it,
add to a conversation, y'all. That's disrespectful.
I'm so glad you know that. So it's kind of like switch it up. We need that cadence, that tone, that flow. Switch it up to a point where it's just like, okay, something new.
Personally, I feel like if she knocked off 8 songs, which is a lot, but I feel like if she knocked off maybe 6 songs. If it was a 12-track album, I feel like I would have loved it way more. And this probably could have been an album I actually like.
Maya, please.
Our mama gonna be like, "What's new?" Anyways, but I'm inclined to give her the lowest of B, but I'm also inclined to give her the highest of C, only because, and again, I just don't revisit any of the rest of the albums. And I do revisit some songs from this album, so I feel like I have to place it higher than the other albums for me. But if
And
you know
place
your
it.
rating, go ahead. I'm thinking you. If you know yours,
Oh,
just let me know what it is.
C.
Did you want to put it in front or behind anybody in particular?
Because of the standouts, you can put it above flow.
I'm gonna put it B. Only because there's some songs I really like, which is Mamushi, and then I don't Cobra and Hiss. I really like that, and I really do like Moody Girl. I do like that song. I like the what it stands for and the lyricism and stuff like that. Next we got 777. We got Lotto. What did you think
That
about
wasn't her
Lotto?
name.
No, no, I'm saying we
Oh,
got
just
Lotto.
okay.
It was
Sugar
Sugar
Honey
Honey
Iced
Iced Tea,
Tea. Yeah.
which made no sense. Made no sense.
I mean,
We
because it was
should.
supposed to be because of the South and her Georgia things. I think that's what. Um,
Absolutely not. Absolutely, that made no sense. Absolutely nothing. The cover art didn't make any sense, and the title didn't make any sense with this album. And she is smarter than to put 22 songs on the album. Stop it. Stop.
um, this album, I would say, is, and I said this before about Flo Millie. There are some songs that Flo did that remind me of Lotto. To me, Lotto's albums like Flo Millie's album to me. Everything's okay, but better than Lotto or better than Flo Millie's. So to me, this is like the bar to where female rappers have to hit because she was decently lyrical. The songs changed up a little bit. Yeah, so like overall, I said she did, just fine. She passed.
So I think this album she had a specific sound she wanted to do, and I think she executed it. Um, that doesn't mean I would like it, but I do think I do get that feeling that she executed what she wanted. Um, However, her flow was very one noted to me. For this album, like she usually switches it up more to me.
Mhm.
And she did switch it up, but not enough. And she had okay bars. And the thing about Lotto is she's very consistent. She doesn't peak. She doesn't really fall. But the bars aren't high enough for me to be like okay with it. I kind of want more
Mhm.
peaks. But her
Mhm.
consistency is good. Hey G Dog. Yeah, it was very Atlanta
Is
of
that
her.
Justin Doggeth? Mhm.
Um, she needed to cut this album down in half. It makes absolutely no
There was
sense
way too many songs.
that this album was an hour and 4 minutes. And honestly, she's very much a chameleon. Very much a chameleon.
Mhm.
And not in a good way. Almost like in a Drake way. Like sometimes I hear a song and I'm like, I feel like she's going for somebody else. And I don't want to hear somebody else. I want her to have her own sound and just do that. Like I felt like the first half of the album was very sexy red.
Mhm.
Sorry. That's just how I felt. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Or Glorilla. And it's just like, don't be them. Don't be them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Don't be them.
liked the two songs I particularly liked were Brokey and H&M. I could have liked Squeeze featuring Megan the Stallion, but I do think Megan again out rapped Lotto. But then again, when Megan came on, it was a whole lot of hoo, ha, hoo, hoo in the background, which also took away from her uh verse as well. So, and I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to do anything. It's just yeah.
So my favorites were H&M, Good to You. I like Prized Possession, but just her verse only, because I'm pretty sure there's an artist on there. Yeah, Tizo Touchdown was horrible.
Now, Maya,
Absolutely
what is
hated him.
that?
Oh, karate.
Oh.
But Tizo Touchdown was horrible. And I loved Squeeze. I loved Squeeze.
Oh yeah,
However,
Lotto's
however,
Features suck.
However, she should not have had Megan Thee Stallion on that song. She could have put Megan Thee Stallion anywhere else. The artist that should have been featured on Squeeze should have been singing the hook, and it was Flow. Oh my God, that song would have probably been my favorite song on the album if she had Flow singing the hook and had a verse. Like I love Squeeze, but it really needed some vocals. And it didn't need another rapper on it for me. Another song that had a bad feature.
All the features were bad except Megan.
Y'all know, y'all know how much I love Coco Jones.
Oh,
This
yeah,
wasn't the feature to use her.
yeah. She
I
sounded
didn't care
stuffy
for
the
this.
whole time. It was
I
just
don't. I'm not blaming her. I think the song wasn't. The song wasn't good, and the
even when the song's
production
not good, the vocals
and
should
the
be.
and the production could have been better. But
Hmm.
and I'm sure she would sing it better live.
I agree.
Yes. But absolutely not. Absolutely not. When I heard that song, I said, "What is this?
But
Who
all
is
the features
this?
suck.
Why
Huncho
is this?"
sucked. Who at Young Nudie sucked.
Mariah the Scientist
Mariah the
didn't
Scientist
need.
sucked. Sierra sucked.
Destiny, what do you mean? Hold on, because you said something about chicken grease. Chicken grease is on the album.
But I did. I saw Maya talked about "Shout Out to Me." I did like that song. I did like the. It's very inspirational, emotional, yet encouraging. I'm a sucker for those type of songs, so I did like it. I do think that Ice Spice diss that line she did was kind of corny because it was just it didn't hit as hard as it should have. But other than that, the song was really good.
So I don't really care about that because I Spice can't rap. I wouldn't even have responded to that, to be honest. That's like picking on somebody like half your height.
I don't know
She's a,
the whole Ice Spice and Lotto beef is kind of crazy. I'm just like it came out of nowhere. Both of y'all didn't want to address it. Both of y'all kind of gave scary. I don't know.
um you said something and I wanted to add to it. Now I'm forgetting it. Oh. I liked one of the things I couldn't get into most of this album were all the 21 references. You keep talking about you don't do side chicks, your man, perfect relationship. I didn't like that at all because I'm like that man is married. I don't want to be tantalized with your affair in these lyrics. You keep talking about side hoes. You don't do side girls. He got to be faithful, but you're cheating with a man who's married. I don't care if he's in a relationship with that lady. He, I don't really care, to be honest. I don't really care. That's so strange to me. It's so strange to me. I don't like that at all. At all. I just don't like that. And then I did like, however, the song when she finally was truthful, in my opinion, about her relationship and that it's not perfect. Right? I just don't need you like constantly bringing him up and referencing him. Like that's almost part of her brand at this point is to like have a bar and mention something about 21. And it's like you keep denying that you're with this. Well, at one point you were denying that you were with him, but you keep teasing him like getting his name tattooed and then keep referencing him in these songs. It's just like it's so thirsty to me. It's like you want to be claimed so bad, you keep claiming him but not claiming him. And it's like for me as a listener, I don't want to hear it. That's just me.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, then he need to go back with them beans and toast people and then get a visa. I don't know.
What do you
I
put
don't
on
know.
a Lotto's album?
I'm putting a C below Flo
Underflow?
Millies. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because
oh.
because Flo Millies had good background songs, and I don't think I could listen to her. Well, you know what? Maybe they're equal. I'll put them equal. I'll put her up. The reason why I'm putting Lotto above her just slightly is because I liked more songs off of Lotto's than I did off of Flo's. But they're very, very close to me. Very close to me.
Okay, well, scroll down.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put hers at C
Where?
in the middle. That makes sense because I think because of the hits Megan has, she's gonna be first for C. And I do like more songs on Lotto's, and like I said, I do think Lotto's was like Flo's, where a majority of it was okay, but then she has better bars, she had better beats. So I think overall, Lotto's was better than Flo's.
The only thing that was bringing me to where they're a lot closer is her talking about her man,
The
and that's a
last
me
person
thing.
is Doechii. That's
That's
me.
a me thing. So that's why it was so difficult for me. Um. Okay, period. I knew you would have liked it because I think you like neo soul, and it was very like R&B in that way. It was rap, but it was still kind of like R&B in that way.
That's why I said like
Um.
a neo rap album.
Yeah. So what
All
do you
right,
think?
Doechii's album. Let me go to my actual notes. Doechii Alligator Bites Never Heal. It was interesting. It was interesting. And
Sorry, cartoon.
I do believe that the album wasn't particularly made for me. I was never like her type of fan or anything like that. So I don't particularly believe it was made for me. I'll start off for that. But I thought the album was pretty decent. There was highs and lows, and overall I think she put in work on the album. So I appreciate that. But I don't think again it was necessarily for me. I felt at times it kind of got I don't know what to say because it at times it got one note, but then she switched it up, and then I also think the second half of the album I like more than the first half. So I think it maybe she mixed the albums up of how the songs arranged a little bit because the second half to me had a different
Track
feel,
list.
different than the others. I would have been like maybe it wouldn't have been all so one note for me at the beginning, but yeah, you
So, I only listened to the album once, so it's very hard for me to judge it. An album can go up, an album can go down. I listened to half of it in the car and half of it at the gym. So it very much to me was like Flo Millie's album where it was kind of in the background, but I enjoyed it way more. I hate to say that, but um she's just interesting. Um
that's what
Point
her
blank period.
artistry pulls for
Yeah.
her.
Her flows are creative. Her how she raps creative. She doesn't stick to one thing. She tries different sounds. Um but my only issue is I feel like there's some rappers who are really singers and they rap. And Doja Cat, Bree Runway, and a little bit of Doechii to me. And it's like I think they're great songwriters. I think they're talented. I think they rap, but I wouldn't just like I don't think they would have much appeal if they just stuck to rap. Like I don't see that lyrically from
I
them.
call it entertainers. Those types.
Yeah, I think they're yeah. Not to say they're bad at rapping either. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
To me, especially also when most people think about rap, they think about Northern New York rap, where they think about Jay Z, they think about Nicki, they think about heavy lyrical content. type of rap, and that's not all that there is, because there's Southern, there's LA, there's so many different styles, especially when you get into the type of rap as well, storytelling versus lyrical. And I told you this before, I do think Doechii is a storyteller rapper. Um, I don't think lyrically all too much does she surprise me in any type of way. There are times she does, but overall, I just think she's great at painting a picture and telling the story. Um,
That's yeah, I think she's a great songwriter. And you have
mhm,
to be a great songwriter to be a great rapper. So I'm
right.
not saying she's not a great rapper. It's just sometimes when it's like when you're equally as good at singing and rapping, sometimes it's like I just see you more as one way than the other. And I just see all of them as singers more than rappers.
Mhm.
But I will give Doechii the benefit of the doubt. I think out of them three, she's definitely the rapper out of them three of those that I put in that category. Um,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay, well, some of the songs that I
All right.
like,
Bye, Destiny.
bye. Some of the songs that I like from the album were Denial is a River. And I said, or I just said that it was really good. It was good storytelling, old school
Your
type of beat.
husband is gay.
Oh Lord Jesus. Um, I liked Wait because I really liked her verses on there. The rapping was good. She just didn't do a lot of rapping, which kind of irritated me. A lot of the hook in the song was singing, and I was like, I wanted you to rap more because I really like the rapping. Um, Boom Rap, I like that.
Boom bap.
Boom Bap, I like that. Um, Nissan Altima, I love the rap verses. I hate the hook. Uh, Get the F Out, she ate that. Slide, I really like that one. Fireflies is two different sounds on the song. Like the beginning sound is totally different from the ending. I really like the ending. The first part, which is majority, I don't like. So I probably won't go back to it, but the ending I found really good. Um, yeah, and that was the last one.
I don't remember which songs I like because I wasn't able to look at the song while singing it. I was like either driving or at the gym. But I did like. I don't think there wasn't a song from the second half of the album I didn't like. I did like Denial is a River. I think I liked Catfish and Hide and Seek. But I need to re-listen just to make sure. Um, this cover art, beautiful. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
I had to
I really like
mention
the
that
cover
because I
art.
just saw it. I don't really have much to add to it. If I had to think of a negative, I would. Okay. So not a negative, but there's a comment I wanted to say for discussion. This felt like a mixtape. JT's didn't.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it's because the songs are maybe shorter. They aren't, it's almost like the songs to me weren't fully thought out, complete songs. They were like ideas. They were like something more quick. Like you hear a beat, you're crafting something, you do something with it, but you don't take the time to fully get where you need to go with it. That's what I got from this. Like she had a
Right.
lot of ideas. I don't know if they were all fully thought out. To me, this was more so like flexing your creativity. That's what I got from this album or this mixtape. And I say that because I don't want her album to sound like this specifically. Not
She
talking
can
about
definitely hone this sound and make it better.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
But I will say
Um,
again, the first part of the album is one note. A lot of it was that melodic singing and then going to
See, I
that.
disagree because when
Mhm.
we talked about it and you said it was a lot of singing for the hooks, I didn't hear any singing in the beginning. I thought like the first
Re-listen,
four out.
re-listen,
Oh, okay.
re-listen, re-listen. Yeah. But overall, I thought it was good. Creativity was there, and the singles that she put out beforehand are totally different than the sound of that album, which is not a bad thing. But the singles that you put out should allude to that type of music. So, might throw you off if you're looking for that. But yeah, overall good.
Okay, so where would you place it?
Mm, mm, I don't know. Where would you place it?
I'm thinking. That's why I asked you. Um. So this is just okay. So I kind of feel bad because I think people look at C and think that I think it's bad. I
Hmm.
don't think any album in C is a bad album.
It's just
I
decent.
don't. I don't think D is a bad album. The only bad album. So I'm gonna put it in C, and it could grow. It may fall. I'm not sure. Most likely, it will grow because I really only heard these songs once, and I was preoccupied both times. So it will most likely grow. But I don't have like a list of songs I've saved to my playlist to be like, yeah, I like this album. Like I have to re-listen and re-see what I like. The only one I saved was GTFO because I heard that and I said, hold on, I need to save this real quick.
So the only one I'm thinking of putting her at C, but at the top of C. But I'm kind of
Let me know.
don't know if I should because the Megan album has hits. And although like Mamushi, I would listen
Yeah.
to, and Hiss, if I wasn't Nicki Stan, I would listen to. But those are the only songs that I would listen to. While Doechii has a few songs that may not be hits, I would more so listen to. So I'm like, should it be above or below? But I'm leaning towards above.
I mean, it's on you.
All right, just put it above it. Why not?
Okay. Well, now we didn't talk about sales or anything like that because honestly,
It doesn't
either I
matter.
don't either I don't know the sales or they all sold very similarly. The only one who didn't was Megan. Megan was
And Cupcake.
above the others. I don't know how much Cupcake sold first week.
Let me look it up.
So, and I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with doesn't have anything to do with talent, but I just didn't know how much. If people wanted to talk about that, I didn't have anything to say about that. But essentially, um, I want to relook just to make sure I place them where I really want them.
Try
And I
though, you
think I
got it.
did. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the it for me. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's it. I mean, those are just our opinions. So if you think Ice Spice should be at A, let us know in the comments. If you think, we sounded crazy at certain parts or you agreed, let us know in the comments. We
Yeah,
open to talk about it.
yeah, I agree. So that's it. Ah, ah, that's it for now. Now it's on my ashy knuckles. Don't talk about my ashy knuckles. Oh, Sebastian, sign out. Say where they can find you and stuff.
Thanks everyone for watching. I am the Sebastian Minaj. You can find me at that moniker on all platforms. It's SEBASTIONMINAJ. Thanks for watching.
And thanks for stopping by Maya, Destiny, Cartoon, and J Dog. I think I got everybody. Okay, peace.